Good morning. It is carry the 4 divide it's 25th, right? Isn't it the 25th? I believe it's the
I
25th.
require math. It's
What's
just
that?
the day doesn't require math. I'm kind of surprised you needed math for the day.
Well, no, I had it all. I had it all sorted out only because one of my good friends, Billy Rubber Shoes Corey, and it's because he wears Crocs. It's a longer story that nobody has time for. He was Saturday. That's the 23rd. Margaret, our dear cat Margaret, is the 24th. She was yesterday. She turned 4 yesterday. One of the 2 cats that we adopted from Holiday Bay. And then, so that's what I was doing in my head, really. I was just sort of climbing through all the dates and birthdays to get to the 25th, which makes it Sunday, July 24th. So we're 90 days out from Sunday,
My
July
birthday.
24th. What's that?
That's my birthday.
I thought you were June.
July 24. So today
This is where I'm gonna get in a fight with you over your birthday. I'm pretty sure it's June 26th. But anyway, no, that's my friend Philip Johnson, another person that nobody knows. Keep going. So you're Sunday,
No,
July 24th. Okay.
July 24th is my birthday. And I know that because my wife is February 24.
Oh,
So we have so Deb's daughter's birthday is the 24th too.
that works.
Perfect.
That works. Okay, so it's 90 days out from Robert's birthday. What kind of cake do you choose for your birthday?
I like ice cream cake.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
You're the one.
And
You kept Carvel going for all these years.
all these years.
Yeah.
Last year, my wife got me. She got me a football cake for my birthday. It was a Carvel ice cream football cake. Yeah.
So this is where I know that some of my DNA structure, because the wife and I always joke that we're both goofy enough that obviously our youngest son Cameron is autistic. So autistic kids, not all, a lot of kids on the spectrum struggle with texture. So this is where this is where my head goes. Is why did I just cringe? Clearly a buoyant gentleman. Why did I just cringe at the thought of an ice cream cake when you have birthday cake? Everybody's like, "Do you want some ice cream with that?" And everybody says yes.
Yeah.
And like biscuit with gravy, you're sopping up some of the melted ice cream with the last crumbs of your cake. So I don't know why I just winced at an ice cream cake. Although to me, it's all about this is where my father would come in. It's all about presentation and frosting ice cream. Is challenging. I always remember the Carvel commercials, though. And if you, he's still with us. I'm pretty sure he's still with us. Billy Crystal?
Oh,
Yes.
he can't possibly be still with us.
Billy Crystal?
No, Billy
No.
Crystal. Yeah.
Oh, no, the guy from
The
Carvel?
old guy that did the Carvel commercials, the gravelly voice.
Yeah, yes. So the running joke was Billy Crystal used to joke and do his voice and talk about the fact that the Fudgy the Whale cake, you could flip it upside down for Father's Day and it would be a tie cake. And all the kids are like, what are they talking? What is this Carvel you speak of? Anyway, yeah. There's a great show on the History Channel called The History of Food, which is fascinating, where they do a whole episode on ice cream, of course. And not that I've watched them all. I've watched them all twice. But yeah, it's a pretty good series. It's a pretty good series. So we've got Future Cappers Mastermind today. What is a Future Capper? You're somewhere between 0 and quarter cap. You've paid a robust $5,000, somewhere between 0 and $5,000 into your company dollar. That makes you a future capper. You got the invite yesterday. We'll see you at 11 o'clock. That's kellertv.com. And then Ask the Brokers at 1 o'clock today. And that's also at Keller TV. Things happening this week. So I can tell you on Wednesday after contracts, and of course Wednesday we have contracts all morning. We have Maine at 10, New Hampshire at 11. Then at 12 o'clock we're doing keeping buy-in with your buyers. So we did the Creating Sellers Confidence last month, Robert, and we're doing keeping buy-in with your buyers on Wednesday at 12. And that's basically a lot of our agents that have gone above and beyond. Because you've heard me say, are you working with buyers or are you waiting with your buyers? And these people have gone above and beyond. One of them that I was hoping to have with us, Laura Herbert, who did a really good job. She was, and I use my spirit fingers because she's happily married. She was dating a guy in Manchester and driving down. They had a long-term relationship trying to get this guy a house. And I think she spent over 6 months and then finally found this guy the property. So that was going above and beyond. So what are you doing to create buyer buy-in, keep them happy, and find the property for them, not wait with them for the property to arrive on the market? So we'll have that conversation nooner on Wednesday. And then Thursday, I'll be in Meredith. So Thursday, join us for 12 o'clock. I'm going to send the invite out to, anybody's welcome. But this is on Thursdays as we're traveling. I'll be in Meredith, and I'm inviting everybody from the Chicken Mower office. That's Wolfboro, for those of you that don't know yet. And the Meredith office will be in the training room at 12. And Town Hall Mastermind. Let's talk about challenges, opportunities for growth, buyer share, listing share, all that kind of stuff. And let's get in the room and yell at each other in person. So that's 12 o'clock in Meredith on Thursday. And then the two other big events that you guys should remember. Next Wednesday, we have May the Course Be With You. That is over at beautiful downtown Links at Outlook. Nathan Dickey loves Star Wars and golf and Wednesdays. Why not? Wasn't that historically, Robert, when all the doctors would golf?
Yes.
If you had a doctor, they were usually golfing on Wednesday. It was a very big day to not book your surgeries. So please don't book surgeries for May the 4th Be With You. It's May the Course Be With You, and it's online. There's details. If you go into the news and scroll down, you can jump in as a solo, and we'll team you up with 3 other people that don't have friends. No judgment. Tons of judgment. Or you can book your team of 4 for $600, $150 a head after we pay our debt to the Links at Outlook. We're going to send all the rest of the money to KW Cares. So it's for a great cause. Tons of prizes above and beyond that. And I believe there are auction items and silent auction items. I might be making this up. I might not. There is a continental breakfast before we take off. There will probably be hydration on the course and afterwards. And then there'll be a great lunch. And I think the 2 prizes I enjoy the most, of course, congratulating the winners or the people who, because without fail, there's ego in play, Robert. Like somebody's going to have a stacked team. No. Somebody's going to do really well. And arguably, if you have a really good team, you're probably going to see a 16 under par. God bless them. I've got 3 friends that are willing to tolerate me for 5 to 9 hours and play golf. And we will be at par, maybe 2 under par when we're done, because I'm not that good. Let's just say what it is on a Monday, Robert. I'm not that good. So we're going to see how we do. What we're vying for most honest team, because that's the way they call you, the losers. You're the most honest team. Yeah, and then sometimes when you buy mulligans, they give you like candies, and you're supposed to like either eat the candy when you use it or whatever. And then we get to the backside of the course. I'm the one that says save them for the revolution. And then we get to the 19th hole, and everybody's got their mulligans because we never use them because it doesn't seem to really matter. Because yeah, oh good, now we're on par. Anyway, it's for a good cause. It's one of the first golf events in the real estate industry here in New England. So join us for that. And then of course Red Day. On Thursday, Babs is going to be back on talking to some of our friends from the Red Day team to talk about the opportunity to be at the Portsmouth campus. And that is Thursday the 12th. So a lot coming up in the month of May. Thursday the 12th, we're going to be at the Portsmouth campus to help them create a pathway, which is already there, but it's grown in. It's about a mile long. And then there's a Zen garden. And for our friends who partake, maybe that means a weed garden. I think it just means a Zen garden, whatever Zen means to you on a Monday morning. Yeah, join us for that, and then we'll go and hydrate after that as well. And the more people we can get, Robert left to go get you going to get a Ziploc full of Zen?
I'm getting my you talk about Zen on a Monday morning.
Yes, sir.
I don't know of a better way to do this.
There it is. There it is. Everyone's favorite. And you've got so many people looking for that now. Anytime Doyle is in Massachusetts, which is more often than not, she's at Cappy's, and she goes in and gets Bulldog for us. My mom, Cheryl the Pearl, is always grabbing Bulldog bottles. She's like, it's cool that it has a little collar at the top. I'm like, I didn't notice. I was busy pouring gin. Yeah. Yeah. Hell of a product. So that's taking place on the 12th of May. That is Red Day. Renew, energize, donate. Plan to be with us all day. And I say that because we'd love to have you there all day. More hands, make lighter work, and we'll get off to hydration stations faster. And if you only have a couple of hours, we appreciate that as well. What I would encourage you to do moving forward is that second Thursday in May, just rope it off. Block it off, go into your calendar, and have it repeat every year, and just spend the day with us. It's an awesome opportunity. We have not done Red Day in person for 2 years. We've been doing masks and rubber gloves and putting groceries into carts and sending them over to food pantries. And it's good what we did the last couple of years, although we have a chance to really affect change for this community and for that particular organization. So please join us for that. So now we get to the portion of the program. Go ahead.
Hold on. Yep. Did you see that Sue asked a question? She asked a very good question. Is there a way to donate directly so it's added to the golf tournament if not playing? or just a regular donation? Is there a way to
1,000%.
just
So I would encourage people with those kind of questions. You can just buy the lunch ticket. So if you do want to just spectate, you can buy all. I'm sure additional help would be welcome. So if anybody like God bless her, Sue Doyle, wants to just hang out, you can give a call to the front desk, 603-610-8500. Helen is commandeering the prizes. If you've got any vendors, anybody who wants to donate anything for this great cause, you can still reach out to Helen for that, and then find out what it looks like to grab just your lunch ticket and hang out. And when I'm making the turn at 9 and I'm covered in blood and crying, you can hand me a vodka tonic. I would really appreciate that to get me through the back 9. We'll see.
or at least forget the back 9?
Yeah, it's something. I'm just looking forward to golf. That's really. Oh, and then this, I'll throw this in. I'll definitely pepper in this little event. There is coming up. I'm gonna get the date wrong. I think it's May 21st. It's the Miss the Trees tournament. It's disc golf. Have you ever played disc golf, Robert?
I've attempted disc golf.
Okay,
but I haven't played disc golf.
Okay, so you know what's coming. So my nephew Connor is really into it, really good. For Christmas, he asked for more discs for his golf bag, so he's super into it, and we are going to be jumping in on that. That is brought to you by Alexander Lamonte from the Affont Group, and that is happening on May 21st. There's details online. You'll see the link floating around. The best part of disc golf, as I found out, a lot of people have told me most courses you can just sort of walk on as long as it's not crowded. And I don't know if that's the truth or if people just walk on because they're busy being zen. I'm not sure because I feel like the Ziplocs of Zen and disc golf go hand in hand. So it's only $10 for your greens fees for this event. And it's going to be a great, he's doing it to raise money for a great cause, of which escapes me right now. Because as soon as I signed up, I went full Epicurean, Robert, and I'm like, okay, I know I could rent, I know I could borrow, I'm building a bag. So I have I have a bag of discs coming to a theater near me. Yep. Janina's going to be like, what are all these Frisbees? I have no idea. Never thrown one in my life. I mean, I've thrown a Frisbee, but like that was, I don't know, the Cape 17 years ago. Maybe 27 years ago. So
this ought to be good.
No, it'll probably be terrible, but I'll have all the equipment. If you know me, when it comes to golf, when it comes to disc golf, I've got all the equipment. Zero skill.
See, you say the word terrible. I say the word good, and I mean terrible.
Yes, it's good. Yes, good as in Zapruder film. Yeah. Capture this now for the ages. It'll be in the Smithsonian. Back into the left. All right, so we've got news to get to, Robert.
Are you ready?
We've got news to share. I don't want to say this probably any more than you do, although we're here now, so we're going to have this conversation. We have been very fortunate to have a lot of people be part of our team over the years, and somebody's stepping away, and that somebody is yours truly. Yeah. Robert is moving on to a phenomenal opportunity with, if I remember correctly, is a tech company. We were blessed to have you for as long as we did with a tech company who will be right here in Portsmouth. You're over on Pease, I believe. And I think I'm going to get this part wrong, but I'm guessing so people can look it up. Then they're going to protest. Or do you not want me to share? Is it okay if I share?
Oh, no, you can absolutely share.
So the company's called Subcom. They're over on Pease, and you guys are going to be doing underwater fiber optics. It's like underwater wires, all that kind of stuff. Yes, and you're moving over there to add your techiness to them. So as I was saying, we were blessed to have you, because to have you in this environment, to have you help us build all the things that you built, and then to lose you is heartbreaking. At the same time, impossible to stand in the way, because this is going to scratch you right where you itch, and it's an opportunity that you probably can't step away from. I trust you and Michelle thought about this, and then we got the heartbreaking phone call from Robert, and he's like, hey, I've got a Band-Aid to rip. I'm like, okay. And he's like, so I'm going to rip it. I'm like, okay. He's like, I'm stepping away. I'm like, how long did I stay quiet? 20? You made me quiet for longer than most.
Kaylee, I just want to let you know, it was a moment where I actually thought something broke inside him, because he was quiet for so long that I said, are you okay?
Yeah. Yep.
Tim stopped.
Somebody did. Yeah, she wrote Tim stopped talking. Yeah, I did. But anyway, Robert, we were blessed to have you. Thank you so much for everything you've done for us. We hate to see you go. So what is it when you're going to be with us behind the scenes, getting things I's dotted, T's crossed for the rest of the week,
Yep.
And available to us. Well, we're gonna have a bat phone for you while we transition, because obviously, and as we put this out to the universe, obviously we are looking for our next Market Center tech trainer. I refuse to say our next Robert. That is an impossibility. You were the nexus of all the cool things we needed at the time, right? And another opportunity came along. So we're really, really happy for you and heartbroken. As Nathan said, we're very excited for you, and we're so thrilled that we had you for as long as we did, and we hope your next company fails horribly. There's no other way to put it, because we would love to get a knock at the door and be like, guess what, guys? Guess what? But I trust that's not going to be the case. You're going to make them awesome as well. But the floor is yours, sir.
Oh man. So I'm reading the comments, and thank you guys all. Sue, I will still be happy to stop in if I hear the word cake coming from anywhere in the neighborhood. Yeah. So,
well, now we know Carvel, but that's going to be your bad signal. We're gonna put a Fudgy the Whale cake up on the roof. Yeah.
Well, I have had. It was a difficult decision, number one, and number two, it was something that was surprising, but at the same time, as we've pointed out, it's an opportunity that I'm looking forward to, and I think that it's going to be exciting. And I got a really good chuckle and a really good vibe from Nate when he said, "I hope you hate the job and I hope you fail."
Yeah,
and that made me feel very good. And to be honest with you, to have that kind of sentiment coming from a boss has been something I've never experienced, and it means an incredible amount to me. And everyone here, from just basically everyone that I've met here, everyone that I've encountered, everybody that I've been working with, you have all been like family and amazing, and I can't thank you enough for what you guys have done for me and meant to me. So I'm extremely grateful for the time that I've spent with you guys, and I will miss every one of you. So this isn't something where, I'm not leaving because I need to leave because something's wrong. I know everybody always says, well, why'd you leave your job? What was wrong? There is absolutely nothing wrong with this job, and there's nothing wrong with being here, and I'm going to miss every one of you. So thank you for every moment that I've been with you guys, and I look forward to seeing all of you around.
Appreciate that, Robert. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say 90% of our agents are like, I knew Lindsay must be a pain in the ass to tolerate, right? Like, can you imagine? They're all hugs and kisses on camera. Then the camera comes off and they start throwing stuff at each other. Yeah. So there is apparently there's going to be an ad hoc committee thrown together for the ALC, the Associate Leadership Council. Sue Doyle is proposing a kidnap committee to get Robert back. We'll look into that. I don't know if that's inside or outside of our ethos, but yeah, we'll take a look at that. But nonetheless, I remember our first time meeting on camera was we were doing like during CV, during career visioning. If you're using it to hire people for your team, welcome. Once the KPA is done, you've got first interview, second interview, and then you have like a red light interview. You have a defense interview where people that are going to be working with the individual get on and just rattle off some more questions. And that way you can either go back to the individual that made the hire. By the way, thank you to Susanna Shaw. She is the brilliance that brought you to us. And we could say she's a maniac, or, so the first thing, and I almost put my foot in my mouth as soon as we met, because I saw Robert Vincent, and I was gonna call you, and I've never said it, and I won't start now. I was gonna call you the nickname for Robert, because it just sounds like a lounge act. I think I called you the Velvet Fog because your voice was perfect. I'm like, oh my God, we like instantly fell in love, or at least I did. I'll speak for myself. And I remember that night you said to Michelle, because Michelle had asked you something like that night at dinner, how do you think it went? And you're like, I don't know, but I think the guy I'm going to be working with the most also has a Shure SM7B, so we're going to be just fine. We're going to be okay, because you had everything cleared away. Like, I didn't know that you had all the microphones and all the techiness. Like, I knew you were a tech dork, but I had no idea. And then, of course, the Nottingham studio has 4 of everything. So it was awesome. Anyway, again, Robert, thank you for everything. if you guys need Robert, he's here for the rest of the week. We are tying up loose ends and making sure his departure is pain-free for him, not for us. It will be painful to lose you, Robert, but we appreciate everything you did for the Market Center, for sure.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Just
All
to
right.
kind of let you guys all know with the schedules and stuff, there is no Tech Labs and there is no Tech Tuesday training, and I that's because we have a lot of things that we need to make sure transition. So this is not something that it will be happening forever. It will, I'm sure that whatever happens after I leave will be just as strong, if not better. I have confidence in everyone here.
Susanna. You mean Susanna. Go ahead. Say Susanna. You have confidence in Susanna.
I have confidence.
Susanna and Kaylee are going to find somebody awesome, just not another Robert. Let's be honest.
I sincerely appreciate the confidence that everybody has had in my work and my efforts and things like that. But I know that you guys are going to succeed well beyond my presence, and I know that whoever comes in after me will do a fantastic job. And I hope that the next person behind me is afforded the opportunity to have the kind of relationships that I've had with you guys, with everybody here, because if so, that's a lucky person coming in.
Awesome. So there's, we made an announcement, and the agent corps has chosen violence. There's a lot of duct tape in the comments. Yeah, a lot of ice cream cakes, a lot of kidnapping. Yeah, 14 people have chosen the word ransom. But anyway, yeah. So let me say this concerning that. Obviously, this is a great time, and I'm about to make my point. If you have not yet gone to KWCLMtraining.com, which without fail I think was your passion project for most of the time that since it started, right? You've been working so hard on that. So we do get Robert in a Smithsonian aspect because there's so many things on there that are evergreen that Robert teaches. So you'll be able to see his smiling face and learn from that tool, KWCLMtraining.com. Not to mention the other side of that. I would say the only other person with a huge category of viewership in there are all the forms that JV does. But there's a ton of Robert there, so please plug into that. And then above and beyond that, we will have, obviously, our regional tech trainer, Brooke Silva, will be jumping in from time to time to do some stuff on site and will be a resource moving forward. The irreplaceable Robert Vincent, obviously, as we look for the next MCTT. Who knows who they'll be? Keep it on the top of your head, though, right? If we can find somebody who is already involved in a role like this, awesome. Just send that information our way. There's a link going everywhere for this role, so have them click on that so they can stay in the channel. If you're starting to text us information, or I think this person X, Y, or Z might be a great fit, it's going to get lost in the matrix, so have them go through the process of jumping on Indeed and clicking that ad the way Robert did over a year ago, and that way we can get in conversation with them. And don't let anybody overthink this. I'd rather exhaust the conversation with people. I think if Robert overthought it, or if we overthought it, we would have never had Robert for the time that we did. So important to just exhaust the conversation. So if you got somebody that you think might be a great fit, and I'll do it while Robert's here. You can't compare them to Robert. That's not going to happen again. We're not going to get another Robert. So we have to be understanding. We're going to find our next person. It's going to be who it's going to be, and we're going to move on.org from there. So I do love that you're still in the kitchen. They have not finished your new studio, right?
It's driving me crazy.
Yeah.
My office, the office is actually in the center of the office. Everything's away from the walls.
Okay.
So they can do the flooring and the molding.
Sure.
So my office is an island right now.
Yeah.
And I can't even get in there.
Oh boy. All right, Robert, we appreciate everything. And thank you so much for all of your hard work and all the time you put into the Market Center. An absolute gift. If you guys need help with anything, please jump onto my calendar. It is meetwithcoach.com. If you've got questions, comments, concerns, it's 603-834-2856. If you're looking for JV or for Jason Westcott, Jason is at 603-234-2589. And we'll see you in and around the Market Center. The great Robert Vincent, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you guys all. Take